Hey folks, Matt Sharp here with another Pacific Angler Friday Fishing Report. We're filming for May 8th, so if it's nowhere near May 8th, click up here. This is a link to all our Friday fishing reports, and we do it every week, so I've probably got something more up to date for you. If you weren't living under a rock, you probably heard that there were some big announcements this week. We're filming for Wednesday night, and they came out today, and that announcement is that they're going to ease some of the restrictions that have been in place over the last couple months. Now, this is great news. Great news for my hair, so I can get a haircut. Great news for the fact that I'm really looking forward to going to my local and having a beer and trying to support those local businesses that have been closed down forever, but also for fishing. It looks as though they're going to open up parks for day use, and this is great because it's going to spread people out. It's going to be a good thing. It's probably going to benefit social distancing, and we're hearing that that's probably going to happen on the 14th of this month. I'm going to leave links down below because I don't have exact details. Obviously, the politicians were a little vague when they made their announcement today, but I'm going to try to sum that up in our written version of the report, as well as links to appropriate government sites if you guys are interested. Now, on the shop side of things, we are still doing curbside pickups and keeping the shop closed to the public. We're really excited that's going to change soon, but if you didn't know, you can easily order from us. All you got to do is call it in. We'll even FaceTime and walk you through the store. We can put packages together for you if you're going certain places, and then have it all ready for you, curbside pickup in our convenient pickup bin. We're going to keep you guys up to date. The second things change on that front, we will let you know, and I expect it's going to be pretty soon, so that's pretty cool news. On the fishing front, obviously that's why you guys are here. We're going to talk about saltwater fishing this week. We're going to look at the tides. It looks like a beautiful weekend to get out if you can do it in a socially responsible manner. The bottom fishing's been good and the salmon fishing's been good, so we'll talk about that. On the river front, we're going to get a ton of heat, and it's going to continue that freshet that we talked about last week. So I'm not going to touch too much on the rivers, but also on the interior front. Though they're still saying we shouldn't be traveling too far afield when we go out fishing, we're getting pretty excited for it. And I asked last week for you guys' help because Jason and I are trying to build the ultimate lake boat. And a bunch of you guys came back to us. A bunch of you guys sent in pictures, emails, suggestions. It was amazing. I'm going to go through all those because there's some really cool tips in there. If you stick around to the back of the report, if you've got a boat, you'll want to tune in for that, as well as I might sneak peek the fact that there's now a boat sitting in the middle of the store behind me here. On the course front, we've got another really interesting one. If you guys didn't know, we're still running our courses. We're just doing by Zoom, and it's been interesting. We've learned, but it is actually really cool once you get your head wrapped around it. We can do a bunch of stuff on a Zoom course that we might not be able to do on an in-house course, and the information is really cool, really good. I did the Introduction to Fly Fishing course last week. We've got more of those coming if you guys want to learn without coming into the shop. We've also got a number of other intro to lakes and intro to river fishing coming up, but this week we have the Introduction to Chronomen course, and that's with Trevor Weldon. We've been doing this course with Trevor for the last 10 years, and he is a biologist who understands fisheries, and he's a master chronomen angler. I will be honest, if you want to consistently catch big fish in the interior, running an indicator and understanding what's going on under that indicator is critical to doing it consistently. We've still got spots for that course. If you guys want to sign up, sit back in your living room and listen to one of the chronomen masters of British Columbia speak. Check out the links down below, call us at the shop, sign up for that course. It's awesome, it's easy, and it's definitely going to get you guys tuned up for the lake fishing that's coming. Also on the video front, we've got two cool videos for you guys. We started a series last week that's about how you can learn to better your fly cast when you're stuck inside or you just can't go outside, whether it's because of a global pandemic, because of the weather, whatever reason. You can take 10-15 minutes at home with your fly rod and learn a lot of muscle memory when it comes to cool casts. This week we've got a trick cast for you guys that is actually pretty applicable when you get out on the water. On the fly tying front, we've got a good one from Jordan. We've pitted Jordan and Zach against each other. They're competing to see who can come up with the best all-round scud pattern, and Jordan was the first one to take a crack at it. He's going to share that with you in the fly tying section of the report. As always, guys, you want to see more reports like this, consider hitting the subscribe button. Let's get into her. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in this week. Let's look at the weather because it looks freaking gorgeous. Well, it's 14 right now. I'm filming for Wednesday night, so as always, this could change a little bit, but it's looking like 20s right through the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A little bit cloud mixed in. Fairly warm nights, so again, that's going to play havoc with the rivers. Expect them to continue spiking. We actually saw them dip down a little bit this last week, which might have meant that you could get out on the Squamish or the Harrison, but we do expect them to continue to rise, to continue to be dirty and challenging. So I'm not going to touch base too much on that. If you guys are getting out, I'd be focusing on the local lakes. They've been excellent. You can do it in a socially responsible manner. And if you are in the interior or you live up north, definitely you guys are having fun right now because I've heard the fishing is excellent and we're really excited about that opening that's going to be able to spread people out a little bit more. So make sure you check out the blog for more updates on that front. Now on the saltwater front, let's take a look at that. Let's look at the tides. I haven't been tuning in with the tides too much, but I think we're going to focus on them a little bit more over the next little bit. And you can see that there's big tides on the weekend. Now, big tides are usually not all that good, but the caveat here is we've got the most mellow tide first thing in the morning. So you got a high slack on Saturday at like 6:47 and then sort of 7:22 come Sunday. And so that's going to be a great time. So the trick this weekend is probably want to go out early, probably get that first light fish in while that tide isn't moving too hard. And the reports have been excellent. There have been reports up Howe Sound, as always this time of year. It's definitely worth a look. But then south of Bowen has been good as well as if you want to go across to Thrasher Rock and maybe do some bottom fishing. There's some availability there. Make sure to check out Jason's piece in the blog. He's going to have more details on what's going on and any updates on that front. Now, on the interior front, everybody's thinking lakes right now, as they should be, because it's a perfect time to go lake fishing. Obviously, going to the interior has a lot of social responsibilities associated with that, and I'm not going to touch base on that. I will say that the local lake fishing has been great. Lots of guys have been going out, having success on that front, and we are still very excited about getting out to the lakes when we can do it properly. And with that in mind, we've got a fly this week for you guys that's perfect for a box. When it comes to lake fishing. We've pitted Jordan and Zach against each other. I told them you both need to tie the best go-to shrimp pattern. Nothing anything show off or crazy ties, but stuff that you put in your box. It's going to be durable and effective and cover the potatoes, we call it, of the trout's diet when it comes to the interior lakes, and that's the shrimp. And so Jordan's got the fly this week. He's got some cool comparisons. He's used some semi-unique materials in a fairly basic pattern, so something you guys can easily tackle at home. I'm going to leave links up here as well as in the links in the description below. If you're filling that lake box, you definitely want to have shrimp in it, so you want to take a look at that one. Now, on the casting front, obviously a lot of you guys are stuck inside. Weather last week did that, but also with the global pandemic going on, a lot of people aren't going outside as much. And we wanted to help you guys find ways to keep your fly casting on point, because you can totally do it. It's something we've played around in the shop with for years, but in these times it's maybe more apparent or more important. And last week we started a series. If you guys missed it, it's on how you can set up your rod to cast in your living room. We went over some basic stuff on roll cast to really dial in those roll casts last week, but this week we upped the game and we brought in a trick cast that's actually pretty darn useful. We're going to walk you through the exact physics of it so you can practice it right now. And again, I'm going to leave links up here for that video, and we definitely recommend checking it out if you're not getting out this weekend. Now, lastly, on the boat front. Last week I told you guys we're building the ultimate lake boat. Jay and I are going to do a bunch of lake fishing when we can do it. And with that in mind, we've been scouring the internet, talking to all our sources. We called up Brian, we called up Phil Rowley, talked to a bunch of our friends about the boats that they like, and we think we've got it dialed in. But you guys sent in a bunch of great recommendations, and I thought I could share those with the rest of you if you guys are looking to put a boat together. First, we had a really cool one from David Buddy. He says that fake grass is one of the best things for flooring. And I think that's a brilliant idea. Putting a floor on a boat is really critical, obviously, for making sound of dings and bangs, as well as it's just nice on your feet. And I love the idea of having a fake grass in the bottom of your boat, because it's going to handle the weather well, it's going to stand up well, and it's relatively cost effective when you're comparing it to marine grade stuff or wooden floors or that kind of thing. So I got a picture here of that. I think that's brilliant. Thank you, David. We also had a bunch of other guys send in boats. Sandy from the Osprey sent one in on his porta boat. I think this is super cool. He's got a full write-up, and I'm going to actually put that down in the links below if you guys are interested in a portable boat that stores really conveniently and is still an excellent lake fishing platform. We also had some fun pictures and some fun videos of guys revving up engines in their garage, getting things ready, and we love it. Keep sending those. We also had a cool recommendation on an inflatable boat that I thought was really fun. Now, I haven't checked them out in person yet, but I'll show you guys those guys. You may want to check that out if you're looking for a boat that you can roll right up and, easily stored and put away. But we have made our decision. We called up Brian Chan, we called up Phil Rowley, we talked to a bunch of our friends who are hardcore lake guys and figured out what we wanted in a boat that we can fit in the back of a truck. We don't need a trailer for it. Two guys can haul it off the truck and throw it into a lake, no problem. Maybe we can take it, off-roading into a lake that you can't use a trailer, but it's still going to be a big platform and solid platform. So we got it dropped off. It's in disarray. The shop isn't a mess, but I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's go take a walk. So she's out here on the floor. The store is a total mess, but I wanted to share this with you. We've got some Encota engines hiding over there. We've got our sounders that we're going to be putting on this thing. Here's all our pickup stuff for you guys. Guys going to be picking up stuff over the next couple of days. And then here she is. We flopped her down right in front in the middle of the shop because why not? No one's coming in here right now. And Jay and I are going to be decking this out with proper seats, proper floors, all the Scotty mounts that you might dream of, as well as the engine, as well as some really cool sounder stuff that we're working with. Taking some of the stuff we know from our Grady's, those $20,000, $30,000 sounder units, seeing how we can cut some corners and put something really cool in a lake boat. So guys, we're going to have more information on this coming down the pipes, but as always, you want to see more videos like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button, hit that like button, check out the casting video and the fly tying video here. We'll catch you in the next fishing report.